Hello, welcome back, and as always, I hope you're doing well. Right, nearly the end of 2023. It's been a weird one, ups and downs all over the place. Right, I just wanted to go through a few things with you before the end of 2023. Starting off with, Stripey Rambles has finally hit 20,000 subscribers. Amazing. I want to thank each and every one of you who have joined the rambles. I really do appreciate it. Everybody who's commented, liked, disliked, whatever, you've all helped to make the channel grow, so I sincerely thank you all. Now, as I said in the previous video, once I hit 20k, I will give out some of them Bruce Lee posters that I made a couple of years ago now. And I will think of a competition. I just haven't had the time. I'll think of a competition or some sort of thing, and I'll get them out in January. I just don't have the time to do it now, unfortunately. But I honestly wasn't sure I'd make 20k before Christmas, but I have. So I'm really chuffed. 20,000 people, that's a lot of people, isn't it? Amazing. You guys are the best, you really are. So, I mean, I was going to put out an easy-ish quiz and put up this picture here and go, where was it from? But I know you guys, you'd easily guess it was from The Way of the Dragon. I had faith in you. So, Stripey Rambles 2024. Now, I've got quite a lot in my head that I want to go through with next year. And starting off with, I want to complete the Bruce Lee soundtracks. Obviously, I did The Way of the Dragon, like a deep dive into the soundtrack. It was a massive edit, especially the one that I did for Patreon. There was a lot of editing involved. It was crazy edit. I've started Fist of Fury, but that is going to be harder to do than The Way of the Dragon, and it's going to be a proper deep dive and a lot of research and work on that one. But I'll get it out hopefully in January. Fingers crossed. And then I want to go through Big Boss, Game of Death, Enter the Dragon, complete all of them. And maybe Game of Death 2. It has actually got a really cool soundtrack. And talking of Game of Death 2, I must finish reviewing the Arrow box set. Now, I've only got 3 discs left. I've got Game of Death 2 to review, and the documentaries, which is obviously Bruce Lee the Legend and Bruce Lee the Man the Legend. And I thought I should review the book, because if you guys have got this set and haven't picked up that book and had a flick through it, you're missing out. It's fantastic. And talking of books, I also need to review The Wrath of the Dragon by John Little, and also by Steve Kerridge and Darren Chua. You've got the Mandarin Superstar book, incredible, and the Intercepting Fist book. I think I'd like to review both of them books on the channel because they are simply amazing. And I do believe them guys, Steve Kerridge and Darren, are putting out a book next year on The Way of the Dragon. So that is going to be really something special. Steve Kerridge puts out by far the best books, by far. And something else I'd like to do in 2024, if I get the time, I've always wanted to do this, but make up my own documentary, maybe getting some of you guys to give me some input and actually make, I don't know, a 45-minute documentary. Bruce Lee, 50 years on. I'll think of some cool title. So either a documentary or a retrospective, because I do quite enjoy the video editing. It is very time consuming, but it's very satisfying when you've put it all together and you're quite happy with it. So that's something I want to try in 2024. Also, the whole Quentin Tarantino and Bruce Lee debacle. You know, the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And then when Tarantino went on Joe Rogan and doubled down on Bruce. I think it needs addressing, and I want to put my stamp on that. Also, I've not done a video on the Bob Baker letters. Like I've explained in many videos before, I was never going to do it in 2023 because this year was the 50th anniversary of Bruce Lee's death. Call me sentimental, it felt a little bit disrespectful, but it is a topic that needs discussing on the channel, I think. Also, I'd like to get my online shop up and running again. Sold a few t-shirts, I was really happy with them. And then Etsy sort of give me a big kibosh. So I will look into that and get that sorted out, because I often get asked on comments, where can I get one of them t-shirts from, or some posters or whatever that I designed. I do intend to get that one fixed, and possibly debunking some Beardy bullshit. You know, Beardy puts out a lot of videos on Bruce Lee, and a load of them are a lot of codswallop. I may do a couple of those because you guys seem to really enjoy them. We could all do it. Find a picture of Bruce Lee and make up a story, like a behind the scenes photo. We could all do that. I'm sorry, people, you're being lied to. I also want to try doing a little bit of live streaming. I've never done a live streaming. The whole idea of it frightens the life out of me, to be honest with you. But I think it's a really good way to engage with your audience. And I think you do it once or twice, you get a little bit familiar with it and it won't seem so terrifying. I do need to upgrade my webcam. My webcam's not very good, so maybe one of you guys can suggest a good one in the comments down below. But there's other channels that do live streams. I watch them quite often, and there's some Bruce Lee fans, film fans, whatever. And I'd like to have a discussion about stuff. I've just got to get my act together and do it. So that is something that I'm really wanting to have a go at next year. Get some live streams under my belt and actually engage with you in real time. That would be awesome. I also need to review some vinyl and music. I'm so far behind, you know, Tom Waits, Madness, Beatles, there's loads. I'm really behind on that. And maybe some other movies, Bruceploitation films. I watched a brilliant documentary on the Bruceploitation. I'll link it down below. I watched it the other day, just been uploaded to YouTube, and it was fantastic. But also Jackie Chan, Stanley Kubrick, horror films, video nasties, Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs, etc. I've got a lot of plans for next year. But for now, I'd like to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to all of you. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. I really do. I hope you all spend a bit of time with family and friends if you can. That's what I intend to do. Spend a little bit of time with a wife, children, grandchildren, and some close friends, and have a jolly good time. Hopefully I'll put out another video before New Year. I can't promise though, guys, because we have got a really big family and I want to try and see them all if I can. But before I sign off though, guys, I've got a lot of plans for next year. I seem to be on top of the YouTube shorts. I seem to be alright with that. I am going to push my Patreon a little bit next year because I can put uncensored content on there and that seems to be working. But yeah, it's been a bizarre year, plenty of ups and downs on YouTube, you know, demonetized for 90 days and all the wacky stuff they did, but we got through it with a smile on our faces still. So like I said, thank you very much for all the support that you've given Stripey Rambles this year. It really does mean a lot, each and every one of you. I want to wish you much love for Christmas and a very happy 2024. 2024, man, I'm getting old. Right, with that, I'm going to bid you farewell. Have yourselves an amazing Christmas, guys. Much love. And I'll be back with another ramble real soon. Take care, guys.